The 95.5 play was exposed by USAID and the way we saw USAID giving all this money to all kinds of NGOs like Archwell and probably Travelist and African Parks, and Sentivale, right? And it was exposed because of what happened with Doge. And we saw that literally 95% of funds that would go to various NGOs, not just the ones that the two idiots are involved in, they would only give 5% to the actual cause. So when you even have this conversation with all of the scams for Meghan and Harry, because let's face it, that's what they are, it really turns into some type of charity web that raises questions over circular donations, because that's the claim now, especially with the 95.5 issue, where when you think about Archwell, what do they spend their money on? What do they actually do? We asked that question of Sentebale. What do they actually do? And then we got the answer, which is daycare and day camps. That's it. That's all you do, where people can come together and talk. And that's how these woke people are. They think they're talking. Imagine being someone in Botswana or Lesotho, right? And then some white person comes to your house or your home country and they're talking about, come and talk and take a picture with us. That's why you see those photos of those kids and they hate these people. And they look like they hate them. The allegations are Archwell fulfills 5% of its obligations by donating to Sentebale, which then donates to Travelist. Travelist in turn sends funds to African Parks, which allegedly sends money back to Archwell. Critics say the process keeps funds cycling internally while enabling headlines about millions donated to good causes. I don't believe these people do anything good, especially with what we've seen with Harry. He's really exposed everything when it comes to charities, right? But he's also exposed the fact for himself as a philanthropist. If you're going to try and rebrand yourself, you actually have to care about the thing that you're rebranding as. That's the issue. Everybody knows that the Sentebale, I was going to say Travelers because I looked at it. Everybody knows that Sentebale is literally Harry's cash cow. And that's the only reason he cares so much. Why? Because he's just supposed to be patron. So why does he care so much that everybody, or that Sentebale is being given to Dr. Sophie? Is it because the money's going to start going to them instead of you? Is it because the person that was in charge before let you skim off the top? That's what it's called. One charity insider, if these allegations are true, it's a textbook example of donation recycling. Money moves, but the net benefit to actual beneficiaries could be minimal. Everybody knows that. This kind of structure isn't necessarily illegal. Of course it's not. It's how you game the system. It's a rich people thing, but raises serious ethical concerns. Donors expect their contributions to directly impact the cause. Yes, the cause is right here. When you're impacting something, it's these people's pocketbook. And I think in a sense, when Harry is donating, what did they say? 1.2 million of his own money. That's why he's doing it. He's giving Sentebale 1.2 million so then he can come right around in the back door and take a few 100,000 or maybe more, right? 95% of 1.2 million is like 1.1 or 105. So that would all be for him and he would take it, no doubt. PR experts say the optics would be damaging if the public perceives this as manipulation. What possible thing could it be perceived as? That's a serious question. Quote, from a PR perspective, they can claim huge donations without losing control of the funds. It's a way to boost reputation while keeping the financial ecosystem in the family. Okay. Family, royal family? Don't cut the show. Another PR veteran says, quote, the narrative of generosity collapses if people believe the giving is just a shell game. Well, I'm going to be very honest right now. If by now, and I don't necessarily mean with just Harry and Meghan, if by now in 2025 you haven't figured out that giving to charities is a scam, I don't know what more proof people need. USAID, besides Harry and Meghan, USAID proved that all of this NGO shit is fake. And you should not believe a single word of it. If you're going to give money to the Red Cross, don't expect anything to happen. If you're going to give money to FEMA, oof. You know, this has really been exposed. The entire industry of charity and NGOs has been exposed thanks to USAID and thanks to these two idiots as well. The narrative of generosity collapses if people believe that there's just a shell game. Trust, once broken in philanthropy, is nearly impossible to rebuild. Well, in Harry's case, I'll tell you right now, I'll end it right here. Harry's never going to have anyone's trust again. He's already backstabbed his family. He's already backstabbed the people in Africa because he's been a child. And what about all the time that he has spent doing this? Aren't the people in Africa losing the support that they do get because this is happening? See, so he doesn't care about anyone but himself. Everybody can see that.